Attention, please. The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Yo, welcome to the Blue Lounge. Welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys are all having a fantastic weekend. Big up to everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Today we are doing a emergency stream, is it? I don't know. It's one of those streams where it wasn't really planned, but we've got a lot to talk about. So I thought, you know what? Let's just do a stream. Let's talk about it live on air with you guys in the chat. Let's talk Chelsea. Let's talk Chelsea today. We'll be talking Chelsea tomorrow, but we're talking it today. Big up to you, Nee. Welcome to the show. How you doing, brother?
Nice for having me again. As usual, there's emergency things to talk about. There's a lot going on right now. A lot of the fans are really divided. They're not happy. And this emergency stream, I'll put it that way. It's an emergency stream. The club is in disarray at this moment. A lot to go in more. Nice to have me back again as usual.
Big up to you. Welcome. People, as you're coming into the stream, do me the honor, as one of my panelists normally says, do me the honor of hitting that like button, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and let's see your comments. Let me hear your thoughts and opinions on all that we are going to be talking about. Liam Maresca is the hot topic at the moment, and his anticipated arrival at Chelsea Football Club seems to be the talk of the town. I want to show you guys a tweet that was posted from Fabrizio Romano just a little while ago, and we will discuss. Give me 2 seconds. Let me switch screens. Let's bring it up. Fabrizio Romano. So this is what Fabrizio Romano has posted. Let me see how long ago. About half an hour ago. Just over half an hour ago. And he says, Liam Rosenior said, "My future is a beautiful city with very beautiful people, a great club. I liked everything." And he's referring to his position currently at Strasbourg. I liked everything. The players were amazing. I really want the best for this club. I don't know if this is my last game. In life, we don't know. This statement is telling me that the man has already packed his bags. I don't know. Courtney, big up to you. I see you, Courtney. Big up to you.
Big up to Courtney.
Neat. Man's packed his bags, yeah? Man's packed his bag. This statement tells me the man's packed his bags. What do you reckon?
Yeah, this is telling you that there's been communication a while ago. He knows where he stands. When you hear this, they should tell you that, look, I'm on the way to Chelsea. The Chelsea job is not a job that you can turn down. Too big. Graham Potter have said it. A lot of managers will tell you this job is not a job that you can turn down. Who don't want to manage Chelsea? Who doesn't want to do that? But then it's the most important thing. Are we attracting the right people? That's the big question that we got to ask ourselves. Are we attracting the right people? To me, look, I know it's not, but I always want to give every manager that I believe that is there, he can do a job. I want to give him a chance. But he's not the one that I want, but I don't have much say. I can't influence decision. I can't tell be it that Ekbali and Feliciano or Todd Bowley, if Todd Bowley is involved, I can't tell them what they have to do. But considering they have a network, and a network has to, everyone has to be, understand or do similar thing. So they put this guy there because he has the same philosophy compared to Enzo Maresca. They put him there as a caretaker coach in that aspect. Although he's a full manager for Strasbourg, he was there when this happened, and they knew it was going to happen. As soon as it happened, they were bringing it in. The communication between them, Bluco and Liam Rosenior, has been there for a while before Enzo Maresca got fired. The Thursday he went public to talk about the 48 hours he has been the worst time at Chelsea or his worst managerial time. That is when the communication started. He's been fired a long time. So, yeah, we all see it coming. But from what he's saying is, who
Yeah.
don't want to manage? Who don't want to manage Chelsea?
100%, 100%. But I'm going to show you a tweet. I'm going to show you a tweet in a second in regards to who doesn't want to manage Chelsea. But this is what I want to say to you. And I saw that you posted yesterday. Big up to you. Great video. Great great editing. Great opinions. Positive opinions. And I respect that. But Nee,
Yes, sir.
do you think that this appointment is a move or a step forward for Chelsea? Or is it a step backwards? This level of manager coming into Chelsea Football Club, is it a step forward or is it 2, 3, 4 steps back? I want to know what you think.
To be honest with you, Mo, this is where I stand. I always like to throw positivity out there to viewers to give them something to hang on to. As I always say on my channel, Leo Desperandos and hang on to hope. I know the hope is not there, but I'm trying to put some positivity around what is going on so people will it will ease people down. Look, this is a downgrade. We went from a manager who've won championship trophy, promote Leicester City to the Premier League, to a manager who was fired with Hull City and then have a job at Strasbourg. It's a downgrade. But sometimes you don't have to look at experience alone. I've put myself in that position. I found myself in that position many times. It's not in the football terms, but I seek for a job and the guy was like, what's the experience? I said, I don't have that experience. If you don't give me the chance, how can I get better to be able to serve you in your company? There were people there that I know I'm better than them. They had the experience I didn't have. But once they gave me the chance, they realized that, he's been there for a few months. He's even doing better than those with experience in the company. So that is why I'll say it's a downgrade. It's not what we want. It's not the best. But then let's give him a chance and see what it's like.
All right. I want to say big up to Saul and to Andy. I see your comments. Big up to you and thank you for joining the chat. Please make sure you guys are smashing the like button. I wanna talk a little bit about this tweet here from Bobby Fairview and the account Ziggy Zaga. Big up to Bobby. This is the first of 2 tweets that I'm gonna share from Bobby. Bobby is a channel member and a subscriber from a very, very long time. So big up to Bobby. He's posted, so he retweeted this and he says the Bournemouth manager just told Chelsea to pound sand. And it's a response to the level. I mean, this is the level that we had at Chelsea Football Club. This is the level we had. Mourinho, Ancelotti, Conte, Tuchel. This is the level of manager that we aspire to. And I wanna mention also Don Hussam. Don Hussam, some of you might know him. Big Liverpool fan, great content creator. And I had the privilege to be on his show last night with Footy Judge Mo, and we were discussing the appointment of Chelsea's manager and the new Chelsea manager, and he said something which I obviously didn't really like, but I kind of see his point, and he's talking about who is going to be prepared to manage at Chelsea Football Club right now under this model, under this ownership, and we're looking at Liam Rosenior as someone who is inexperienced, who is someone who isn't of the caliber that we want to see. But then, would Conte, Ancelotti, Tuchel, Mourinho, De Zerbi, Xavi, even Fabregas, would these managers be prepared to come in and manage at Chelsea Football Club, knowing what they know now, with the interference that we are seeing in their day-to-day running of the team, in the training program that they're allowed to have, and the player selection, the restrictions that are being imposed, and the amount of time players can play. There is a lot of interference, and I haven't even started to talk about Iqbali coming into the dressing room and grilling players and the sporting directors and all of that. I haven't even gotten to that yet. But which self-respecting manager will allow for himself to manage a team with that much interference? Granted, the way football is going now, managers less of a say in regards to the transfer market, in regards to who should be coming in and coming out. But even then, managers are still able to request a certain profile of a player. But right now, with the way things are going at Chelsea Football Club, you come to Chelsea, you manage the team, not with one hand tied behind your back, with both hands in handcuffs behind your back, and you got you got a mask on. They are literally running the show, and all you're going to be doing is being the face of either the success or the failure that will be coming to you because of this. And that for me is problematic. That for me is problematic. The Stanford Sync is in the chat. Big up to you, Matt. Welcome. Pochettino 2.0, not being brought in to win. We will be given an opportunity, but but in 2.5 year deal ultimately shows that Blue Coat don't back him for the long term. Remember, even Potter got a 7-year deal. This Liam geezer scares the hell out of me, because he is, for me, less experienced than any manager we've ever had in the past 3 decades. He is someone who is going to come in purely to have Chelsea Football Club on his CV. He knows what he's coming into. Before I go on to the other tweets, Nee, what is your reaction to what I've just said? I don't know. Do you agree, disagree? Where do you stand?
Well, I agree with you 100%. A few months ago, I'm sure, I read a tweet or a post from David Ornstein, and he made it clear on how Chelsea Football Club is being run. He says Chelsea Football Club is being driven by sporting directors, but not manager. Manager don't have much of a say at the football club, and that's a big problem, because the manager knows who fits his style and who they need to bring in. So if you're manager, you join Chelsea and you don't have much of a say on who we should bring in and who we should send out, then that is a very big problem. And with how they want to run the football club and the philosophy or whatever they have, it's not going to work. I don't know why they're doing that. Sporting directors are the one that dictate the pace or control everything in the football club. And I do agree with you. Back in the days, these managers, they are called managers. Now we don't have managers anymore. We have coaches. That's a different.
Head coaches,
have a say. Yeah, they have a say of who comes in. That's the work of the manager. You come in, I want a left back, they bring him in. What kind of left back do you want? All right, I want a left back that is very versatile, plays both legs, and he can play on the right, he can play on the left. That's what I want. Go find me. It should be of this age, 25, not 25, 26 experience. Not another one that is 19 or 21 years old. I don't want that. But now it's like, we give you this. Coach, go and coach the players. Go and develop them. And they are influencing who you have to play and who you don't have to play. That makes the work of a manager very, very difficult. So, yeah, I agree with you 100%. The elite managers out there would not like to do these kind of things because it will interfere in their work and they'll walk away.
So
there's nothing like a yes man. There's nothing like a yes man. It is, give me a job, let me do it. But over time, when they cannot handle the interference anymore, they definitely bust out and say something. That's what it is. But thank you very much, Mo.
Yeah. So in that context, Liam Rosenior is the best manager to come in for that mindset for the model, correct?
Exactly, because he knows for 4 years, 5 years, he's not going to finish complete the 4-year term. When the time is up,
Okay,
he take 25 million, 30 million, he walks away.
So in the chat, guys, tell me if you agree with this statement. In the chat, tell me if you agree with this statement. Chelsea has gone so far backwards, that the only manager we are able to bring in is a championship failure, because he got sacked by Hull, who is now managing in League 1, who has got less, is it less than 3 years of experience as a head coach. He is the best that we can get right now. Do you agree with that statement? So when the Chelsea ownership are looking to bring in Liam Rosenior, is because they can't bring in anything better, because anything better doesn't fit their model. Anything better does not fit their model. So if we agree that anything better than Liam Rosenior does not fit their model, then the managers who bleed, who breed, who ooze success, trophies, titles, do not agree with the model that is being implemented by Chelsea Football Club. Therefore, those managers who know success know this model is a failure. Do you agree with that statement? And if you do, let me know in the chat, because this is how I'm seeing it. The way I'm seeing it is, if you want to have success, don't come and manage Chelsea Football Club, because the model that Chelsea Football Club is implementing does not breed success.
If
That's
I may
how I'm
ask,
seeing it.
who put that post out? Who put that tweet or post? Who put it out?
What post?
The one you just read. Oh,
no, this is my statement. No,
that's from you.
This is my statement.
Oh, okay, that's your statement. Look, this is what I'm going to say.
Sorry. Are you referring to this comment here? Are you referring to this comment here?
I agree. If the one
the
one you were just reading, that we've gone from a championship failure manager and all that stuff.
No, this is my statement. This is my statement.
Okay.
And by the way, this comment here is spot on. This comment here is spot on. Go ahead, Nee. Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, I agree and disagree a little bit, and I feel like that is too harsh on an employer. That is, I agree and disagree at the same time. Everything you said was spot on, but I disagree in the sense that if we have to go that way, then there's no need for us even to give Frank Lampard a chance, because Frank Lampard was not able to qualify Derby. Derby, is it Derby? No, what's his name? The club that he managed before he went for County. What's his name? Is it Derby County?
So he was managing Derby before he came to Chelsea. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah. Frank Lampard. Yeah. We gave Frank Lampard a chance to see how good he can. Frank Lampard did not win anything. He didn't even qualify Derby County to the Premier League. He couldn't promote them. He ended up losing at the playoff. He couldn't do that. So also we get Enzo Maresca a chance. Enzo Maresca did not really do anything much. He was being sacked in the job that in Italy did not do much. But then he came to Premier. They gave him a chance. With Leicester City.
Yeah.
So he was able to.
I want to say this. So in regards to Frank Lampard,
yeah,
when he came in under this ownership, he came in as an interim. He came in to steady the ship. He never came in with a goal to win the Premier League. He didn't come in with a goal to do anything more than just steady the ship until the end of the season. That was his remit. Now, Frank Lampard, in his first stint at Chelsea Football Club, okay, that was a different scenario, and that wasn't. Yeah, but that wasn't under these ownership. That was under Roman Abramovich. So that is not the model. That is not the premise that I'm actually referring to here. I'm referring to where we are today with this current model. This is my issue. I have a problem, and that problem is this. This model is clearly not working. And this model is not only not working, it is digressing. the interference is getting more and more apparent. Now, I don't know because we didn't hear about it when Pochettino was in charge, when Graham Potter was in charge. We're hearing about it now as Maresca is leaving. Now, Maresca, for all his flaws, he had a strong opinion, and it looks like he was a man of character, because when he started to see the interference get into such a level where he wasn't able to control certain elements within his squad, within his management, the guy walked out. And Pochettino also walked out. Pochettino hasn't said what has been, revealed now from the whole Maresca situation.
Yeah.
But it is a lot of interference, and the fact that we have got this age restriction on transfers, the fact that we are trying to buy kids and sell them and try to generate money in that way.
Right.
This is one aspect that managers could deal with, could work with, but the interference knee, any manager worth a penny, worth any value, has any respect, is not going to accept this. It's not going to accept this. And this is why this gaffer, Rosenior, might be the only one we can bring in because of this.
Right. Just like everything, they want someone that will listen to them. They want someone that will listen to them and do what they ask them to do. But I don't think that Liam Rosenior would take it for that long. As long as he's going to take it, maybe a season and a half, he's going to get frustrated. Also, what I was reading about Maresca, why he was so fed up with the whole situation is sporting directors were running the show. Not sporting directors, sorry. What do you call the fitness of the what do you call them?
The medical staff.
The physios. Yeah, the medical staff. The medical staff were running most of the show. So Enzo Maresca, he felt like these players are ready to kick 90 minutes or maybe 80 minutes. Sporting directors will say he can only play 60 minutes. Take him off. Right after 60 minutes, they take him off. And I understand certain players like Reece James himself. Reece James, he had a very huge history with injuries during December. And he's well managed. That's a good thing that he's done. Whether it's Enzo Maresca that did that or whether it's the injury people, that department, I don't know. But they did a very good job with him. But Cole Palmer, we all see that this guy is ready to kick ball. He's ready for 90 minutes, and he didn't get it. That's where the frustration is coming from. You get what I'm saying?
I do.
Because
I do.
Also we've been hearing that it's other players that he was being influenced to use other players so they can get minutes for them to be sold in the summer, and he wasn't willing to do that. That also occurred to that number of changes, or would I say, what do you call it? How do I put this? Like the number of changes, not during game time, but then
the rotation. The rotation.
Yeah, thank you very much for that word.
Yeah,
the number of rotation that we were seeing was also coming from that, because they want this guy on the bench, young player, 19 years old. Maybe a champion is not ready, but then we have to put a champion in certain games to play. Maybe I was just giving an example. Maybe that guy is not ready. Maybe what's his name? This guy from Ajax, that plays on the left-hand side is not ready. But we have to give him game time so we can sell him. Body Shield is not ready. We have to give him game time so we can sell him. Those are one of the problems that also frustrated Enzo Maresca, and finally call it a day.
Yeah. I wanna just highlight something. So we showed a tweet from Bobby Fairview. This is another one. This is a Twitter article that Bobby has written, and I would encourage you guys to go and look it up. Bobby Fairview. Go read it. He breaks down. Bobby is one of the most outspoken subscribers that I have on my channel, and he has broken down a lot in regards to the financial aspect and the financial model that has been implemented by this ownership. Go check it out on X, and make sure you're following Bobby on X, and if you're going to go on X, look up the Blue Lounge, look up BCM Sports as well, and give us a follow. But I think you would really enjoy reading this article. I think you would really enjoy
I'll
reading this
check it.
article by Bobby Fairview. I want to show you guys something else, and so we'll talk about the protests later.
Yeah.
Let me take this off and I'll bring it back on. Give me 2 seconds. Here we go. There we go. So I want to show you guys this. Let's have a look.
The director from Strasbourg.
Yeah, the president.
You're praising.
So, we're talking about Blueco. We're talking about how they are actually managing stuff and how they are actually doing things. Now, Strasbourg is a football club that these guys own. Not just Chelsea, but Strasbourg is a football club that these guys own. They have used Strasbourg. I'll use this analogy, Nee. So you've got a brand new, a fantastic car. Let's say you've got, let's pick one. So let's say you've got a BMW, and you love it, but it has bits of bobs that break, that fall apart. So what do? You buy the same BMW that's kind of crashed, that's been written off, and you use that car for spare parts for your new BMW. This is what Chelsea are using Strasbourg like. Strasbourg is the spare parts for Chelsea. So if I want to improve something, I'll take it from Strasbourg. If I want to see if this is going to work, I'll stick it in Strasbourg. See if this lad is good enough. If he works, I'll pluck him and bring him to Chelsea. And now we are looking to take their manager and bring him into Chelsea midway through their season. Yeah. That tells me that Strasbourg doesn't matter to Blueco. Now,
no, it doesn't.
This guy, Mark Keller, president of Strasbourg, could resign from his position. The president of Strasbourg is someone who was there before Blueco. And this guy has put up with so much grief, so much shit, but he has soaked it in. He has tried to make it work. But this, for him, is the last resort. If these lot sign his manager, his first team manager, he is going to resign. And do you know what? Blueco don't care. Blueco don't care. Now, think of it this way. Why don't they care? Because for them, they have a cash cow. In their eyes, they have a cash cow, and that cash cow is Chelsea Football Club. We are going to try and milk it for every single penny we can. Big up to Worldwide Chelsea. I see you, my brother. Big up to you. I hope you are feeling better, my guy. I hope you are feeling better. You have the link.
Big up.
If you got time to jump on, love to have you on. But I know you are unwell, so I hope you get better soon. They are milking this cash cow in their eyes. They are trying to get every penny that they can from it. And you know what? Once they do, they will throw it aside just like Strasbourg. They wouldn't care. They don't care. If there is an indication of their mentality, it is what is happening with Strasbourg. Because if they gave a shit about a club that they own, they wouldn't be doing this. They wouldn't be dismantling every aspect of it which they think is working and bring it into Chelsea. Because I'll tell you something, when shit hits the fan, and it will at Chelsea Football Club, these lot, they don't care. They're going to leave our club in ruins. And whoever comes in after them is going to have a mad one. They're going to have a mission to keep this club surviving, alive, back. Getting the club back to where it was when they took over is going to be a hell of a task. Because when Blueco came in, Chelsea had just won the Champions League.
Right.
Chelsea have
2002 or one.
Chel-
2001.
21.
Yeah.
Chelsea had 2 decades of pure success, and now we are seeing failure. Look, I am so happy. I am so proud of us winning the Club World Cup. Fantastic achievement. But don't get blinded by that achievement. Don't get blinded by it. Because that Club World Cup would have been a stepping stone for us to build on Champions League, Premier League title. That isn't the case. That isn't the case. They have used that as credit in the bank. Hey, look, we got you guys a trophy. We got you guys a trophy. We can have a couple more shitty seasons because guess what? We won a trophy back in 25. No.
Look, Mo, let's not try and put all the blame. I know the owners are at fault, sporting directors are at fault, but Andrew Maresca did not help himself either. Enzo Maresca was part of the reason why we are where we are. I know you really got it right against PSG in the Club World Cup, but what else do we see against Manchester United? Unnecessary changes when you know that you are a man down. Instead of you to bring on, attacking players to keep them on to attack, you ended up taking your attacking players off. I know we are not coaches, we are not tacticians, but we could all see if he can coach, we can watch. And we know that wasn't right. There's so many, in-game management that was not right under, what do you call it?
I have been one of the biggest critics of Enzo Maresca, even before he signed the contract, and you know that. You know that. I said it on your channel. Enzo Maresca was at fault for a lot of the issues that we've had on the pitch. We know that. But now I'm also realizing that some of those issues were imposed onto him. And I'll say this. Do you remember when Cole Palmer started against Manchester United in the rain, where he was complaining of, discomfort in his groin area, and yet he still played, and then he was substituted. Now, was that a decision made by Enzo Maresca to actually play him, or was that a decision imposed onto him to actually start him? You see, right now, all of the things that I criticize Enzo Maresca on, I am actually thinking, hold on a second, was it really his decision, or was it a decision imposed onto him? Because right now, I can't tell what was his decision and what was imposed onto him.
It's going to be very hard to tell.
I can make assumptions, but at the end of the day, these guys are interfering at a level where they shouldn't be. Because when we're talking about substitutions, when we're talking about tactics, okay, we as football fans, we know who is accountable for those. That's the gaffer. But then if we're hearing that, no, it was actually Iqbali and the sporting directors and the medical staff and X, Y, and Z, interfering and trying to make him do certain things. So why hire a gaffer? Do you know what? It doesn't matter if we get Liam Rosenior or if we get Zinedine Zidane. End of the day, they don't have a choice because, everything is imposed onto them, which is stupid. It's stupid.
Yeah, you can run an organization like that. We all know that two heads. We can have two captains in one ship.
It isn't even two. It isn't even two. It's more like 5 and 6.
This is a lot. You got too many decisions coming from the medical teams influencing, giving the decisions on who to play and when to play. You have sporting directors imposing certain players that need to be played to get minutes so they can be sold in the summer. Then you have a Gedat Ekbali who don't know nothing about football, also influencing decisions on players who to come in and doing negotiation behind the scenes that it's not his job. You get what I mean? So definitely the harmony and frustration will be very difficult for a young manager like Enzo Maresca to handle. And I don't blame him. I don't blame him. He's gained some experience. He's managed one of the best big teams in European football as Chelsea. So yeah, he can have that on his CV. Won 2 trophies in his fair tenure. He's got lucrative. I mean, he's ready. Every team will call him because they like his style of football. Style of football is very effective if he can do it right. We saw him stopping likes of PSG from playing at all to win, Club World Cup, and it works. We've seen the Premier League, beautiful football. But then, is it sustainable? Now, I always say that his style of football also was a problem. I can't count many games, probably 10, since he took over Chelsea, where Enzo Maresca last season, this season, the same thing, where Maresca has really started on the referee whistle. Maresca has really taken control over the game from minute 1 to minute 90, dominate and control the game and finish chances. I know chances is not Maresca's fault; it's the players have to finish those chances. But then he's either most of the time bad first half and good second half, or good first half and bad second half. I don't understand. I have seen many managers that manage Chelsea have that situation before. It's Enzo Maresca, and I can count a few games, either a championship game that Chelsea played a championship team or League One team that Chelsea played a game, because it is low position team. Definitely going to dominate the game. Even when we won the Conference League, our first half was very bad against was it who do we play? I forgot the name. Yeah, is it Athletic Bilbao?
In the Conference League.
The Conference League.
Yeah. No, not Bilbao. It wasn't Bilbao.
Betis.
Betis.
First half was very bad. Second half, then he changed things. Most of the time, first half, he always get it wrong.
So look, I mean, this could be said to be, the first half. There was a lot of issues that were imposed on him. In the second half, he was able to make the changes that he actually wanted to make
and play the team. Mo, these guys started that when he joined the club. Is it all the time?
I'm not saying all the time. I'm saying that could be the case. But I want to address this comment here from Luke. Luke, big up to you. Welcome. It's been a minute, my brother. It's been a minute. And he this is a fair comment. It's a fair comment. He says the medical department is fair. I dislike the rumors about Enzo being tasked to play players we were going to sell. Now, again, if a player is injured, if a player is unfit, and the medical staff tell him, he needs to be managed, he needs to this and that, 100% agree with it. But it shouldn't be imposed on him. It should be a recommendation. Look, Gaffer, this situation, Cole Palmer can probably play 60 minutes. We recommend he doesn't play more. Now, if you play him more because the match requires it, because your assessment is a little bit different, and you play him for 90, you shouldn't have to face repercussions unless he was injured. And then, obviously, you'll be facing repercussions. But the manager should make the call that he feels is right. The player should also have some input in regards to that. Definitely. Now, so that is one aspect of the medical department. I totally agree with the second part of the statement, 100%, in regards to having to play players purely for business reasons. We play players to win football matches. We play players to get us a result. We don't play players because we are trying to increase their market value at the risk of us not getting a result in that game. Now, I can understand us playing a player who is, we're trying to put him in a shop window in a game that we are very comfortable in. No problem. But for us to bring a player and, bring him into a game where he has no place to be in that game and put the match at risk just because we want to put him in the shop window and him being forced to do that, I have a massive issue with that. Luke, big up to you. Thank you for your comment. Let me just have a look. There was another one that I wanted to highlight. I think it was from Courtney. Where is it? Here we go. No, that was from Luke. I thought it was from Courtney. He says, I agree the owners and sporting directors are an issue, but so was Enzo. I feel like the system stopped players from taking risks, such as Palmer. I agree with you 100%. I agree with you 100%. Enzo Maresca is not perfect. Enzo Maresca did or made a ton of mistakes. When I'm talking about the situation right now, Enzo Maresca is no longer here. He contributed a great deal to the problems that we had, and I've spoken about it. I've spoken about it tons. Right now, my focus is not on Enzo Maresca as he is no longer here. But yeah, big up. There was another comment. I'm trying to find it. I don't know where it is. I don't know. Anyway, let's go back to the bottom. Warman says, big up to you, Warman. There is no sporting director, no coach, no manager for these owners. These people are employees who have to execute orders blindly. Otherwise, they are out. This is sustainability. This is the sustainability that they're looking for. Yes. They are a numbers statistics, data driven set. But I don't know. I mean, are the numbers numbering? Are they adding up? I don't know. Numbers numbering. Are they actually adding up? Because we don't have a front of shirt sponsor, people. And, they're holding out. They're holding out for, a big deal. They want to get, the dollar coming in. They want to get the money coming in. But is that really going to come in if we don't qualify for the Champions League? Is that really going to come in if we finish in the, mid-table? Is that really going to come in?
Well, that's what they sacked Maresca.
Yo, big up. Johnny Mills, big up to you, my brother. He says AI data is picking the team, which is why they need a yes man, and the lineups always changing. Owners force Palmer to play on injections, get them all out. Bally Vivid seats and Igbali model blue coat out. 110%. 110%. Big up to you, my brother. Big up to you. Listen, this guy, Johnny Minerals, he has been lashed out at, disrespected, pushed into the corner as being the fringe. Yeah, Johnny Minerals has been the fringe. He doesn't speak for the fan base. He doesn't represent us. We are the fan base. No. Regardless of whether or not you agree with the way he gives his opinion, states his opinion. Some people find it offensive. But the man is speaking from the heart. And today, people are starting to listen. And people are starting to realize about things this geezer, this lad, spoke about years ago. Johnny, keep doing what you're doing, brother. Keep doing what you're doing. I'm not going to tell you to tone it down. Your style, your approach, you do you. And those who understand and those who see it will respect it. And those who don't understand it and they're blind and can't see it will not. But yeah, big up to you, Johnny, and thank you for the comment. Big up to you. Tosin has more experience and was trash, yet Josh is younger, playing better, and still couldn't get in. Courtney. Do you know what, Courtney? Josh playing, Josh doing what he's doing, he will impose himself in the team, and then they will sell him. They will push him out, just like they tried to push out Chalobah. And I don't want to say anything on Tosin because he will tell you everything when he's on the pitch. His mistakes, his fumbles, yeah, Tosin, no comment. No comment. All right, I wanna highlight something. I want to show you guys something, and this, what I'm going to show you, is something for you to consider. Let me find it. Let me find it. It's for you guys to consider if I can find it. Give me 2 seconds, people. Give me 2 seconds. I got a lot of screens opened right now, and I'm trying to find the right one. Where is it? All right, here it is. Here it is. All right, I will show it to you. I will show it to you. All right, so as we have problems, as we have issues, the Chelsea lot, us lot, we are going to be protesting. We are going to be protesting on the 17th of January at Britannia Gate, Stamford Bridge. The protest starts at 1 p.m. UK time. 1 p.m. UK time. Now, the tweet is there. Follow PYS. You'll see it. All the information is there for you guys to have a look at. Now, there are people talking about this protest and saying, is it worth doing? Should we go to this protest? What is going to change? Why should we go? We've done protests before. Nothing happened. I disagree. I will tell you about 2 protests that we did. One that was massive, and that was against the Super League. Under Roman Abramovich. He sent out Petr Cech. He came out with us, and he spoke to us. And he's like, what is the issue? What is the problem? And the fans told him, 1, 2, 3, these are issues we need to address. We do not want this Super League. What did Petr Cech do? He went back in. You're Roman. Man, them are saying this. They're not happy. Boom. Done. You guys don't want it? Abramovich don't want it. Roman doesn't want it. If my fans don't want this, and they care so much about it, as you know, they will protest, it's done. Second time.
When you're done.
One second. Yeah, I'll let you land. The second time that protest worked. Do you guys remember the Ricketts when they tried to come into to buy this club? With their track record of racism, a handful of us protested. Only a handful. Literally, there was tens of us. We protested. There was a lot of media coverage about that protest, even though the numbers were small, but that also had an impact. You can say it wasn't the defining reason why the Ricketts didn't get it, but it had an impact. It got people speaking about their record. So protests do work. In this case, and you see, they worked because we had a person listening. We had Roman Abramovich who listened, made his decisions based on what we thought, what we demanded, what we wanted. These lot don't care. I hear that. Those of you who say these lot don't care and we shouldn't protest, I hear it. Totally understand it. Disagree with it though. and this is how I disagree with it. Protesting alone is not going to change anything, because the people who are looking at us protesting don't care. And we've said that earlier on in the stream. They don't care about the clubs that they manage, that they own. They don't care. This protest needs to be combined with a boycott. Boycotts make a massive difference, people. Boycotts make a massive difference. You lot, you got to boycott the club. If you boycott the club, hurt their bottom dollar, they can't do nothing. They got to listen to you. They have to listen to you. If you are not going in there and watching that football match, if that stadium is empty, if that mega store is empty, guess what? They're going to listen to you. They have to listen to you. Because now it's hurting their dollar. Some of you will say, you know what? They can go on for a few matches with, with low turnout. It wouldn't have that much of an impact. The image, people, the image. There are investors that give these lot money. When these investors are looking at an empty stadium, how is that going to impact their investment? How much investment are they going to be able to generate when they've got an empty stadium? And when they've got people outside the stadium chanting blue coat out? So combine this protest with a boycott, because this protest alone, for those of you who say it wouldn't change anything, I agree. But combine this with a boycott and you will see change. I promise you, you will see change. You gotta get to them with something they care about. They don't care about success. They don't care about the football, but they care about the money. And we can impact their bottom line. And that is what we've got to do. We've got to impact their bottom line. So that's my stance. Neat. So you wanted to say something. Go ahead.
Yeah. This is what I want to say. I want to go to the other side a bit in terms of the protest. Look, I love protests. I love peaceful protests. But always when there's protest, some people will add their own things to it. If you want to do protest, go and then target the right person. Don't do unnecessary things that is not needed over there. But this is what I want to say. In regards to the first thing with the Super League, Super League when it came up, it's not what the fans did alone that stopped this Super League. There was a huge message from FIFA, UEFA, where UEFA made a statement that anyone that joins the Super League would not be able to participate in the Champions League. Chelsea have no choice. Nobody else has a choice but to decline the Super League. It wasn't just a protest. It wasn't just a protest, but I understand. We got to go protest. But if that statement hasn't come, I'm sure Chelsea would have been in the Super League. Manchester United would have been in the Super League. If you're still allowed to play in the Champions League, they would have been in that league. But the message from UEFA said you cannot play in these two competitions. You'll be eliminated if you get yourself involved in the Super League. That was why Chelsea declined. But it wasn't because of the fans rally and then they made a trip to that place. They made it clear that we cannot do it. So yeah, let's go and tell them it's never going to happen. Because everyone withdraw. Almost everyone European teams withdraw. Real Madrid were the one that had that concept.
Everyone withdrew.
Yeah.
The first team to withdraw was Chelsea Football Club. And the fact that it was within a very, very short time from the protest, from Petr Cech coming out and speaking to us, it's a massive indicator that the protest had an impact. Because Petr Cech and Roman, that conversation was had on the back of that protest. Chelsea was the first club to make that statement and withdrew from the Super League. Now, yes, UEFA could and would have sanctioned the clubs, have taken steps against the clubs, but they all knew that was going to happen anyway.
Yeah.
The clubs that signed up for that Super League, they knew they were going against UEFA. They knew it from the beginning, and they were prepared to go and face the consequences. When Chelsea withdrew, it set that snowball effect, and it started to get people to look and think, you know what? If the fans don't like it, how successful is this going to be? And the Super League isn't dead, by the way. They are still trying, in one variation, one format, and they're trying to to bring it back in. And even UEFA is trying to change the Champions League in a way which kind of looks similar to what the Super League model is. So that's a conversation for another day. But
yeah,
I agree with you, Nee, that protests alone are not sufficient. 100%.
And also
this is why the boycott is important. Go ahead.
yeah, and also more. I was coming to the boycott. Boycotting is going to be very difficult because when you boycott, the owners don't lose. The only time the owners loses is when you stop buying merchandise, because the owners already make their money at the beginning of the season. Lots of, I'll say 70% of the people that watches Chelsea game are season ticket holders. They've already purchased their ticket beginning of the season they already have their money. So if you don't watch, it is you that suffers. So a lot of time, boycotting games barely works. The only time it can happen is not buying their jersey, merchandise.
So first of all, first of all, the merchandise that Chelsea sell, only a very small percentage of that is actually going to the club.
Okay.
Most of it is marketing, distribution, wholesale. A small percentage of that goes to the club. But even that small percentage matters, because when stock isn't being rolled out, when stock is sitting on the shelf, when stock is sitting in the warehouse, that is money that Chelsea is not get. That is not a liquid formula. That is money that they have spent that they are not getting back. 1, 2. In regards to this, the season ticket holders, and in regards to the tickets that are being sold, if the seats are empty, how is that going to impact investment need? Yes, they have bought the season tickets. They have bought the tickets. How is that going to look on Chelsea Football Club when they have a stadium that is empty? How is that going to look? I have got a fixture, Chelsea playing Arsenal in the semi-final of the Carabao Cup.
Yeah.
No Chelsea fans are there. I have a fixture, Chelsea are playing in the Champions League and there's no Chelsea fans there. Premier League, no Chelsea fans there. How is that going to look? That is going to... Investment, 1, is going to start to hurt them. 1. 2, this topic will continue to be the main speaking topic on all media platforms. Chelsea fans are boycotting the club. Why? That question needs to be asked by everyone. Why are Chelsea fans boycotting the club? What is the answer? The ownership, sporting directors, the model, the interference. That's the answer. Lack of success. That's the answer. When that question is asked by mainstream media, and it is asked in a way where there has to be a response, because when the stadium is empty and fans are protesting and there's a problem going on here, when that question is asked, it has to be answered. Because they can't avoid that question, because it will be asked in every single press conference. It will be asked in every single conversation that Iqbali has with any investor. Iqbali, I want you lot to invest. I want a front of shirt sponsor. I want this. I want that. He is speaking to investors. What are they going to ask him? Yo, Iqbali, great club, great portfolio, but why are your stands empty? Why are there people week in, week out, outside of the bridge, chanting instead of being in the stadium watching the football? Why? What is going on? That question is going to be asked to Iqbali, and he's going to have to answer that question. What is he going to say? What is he going to say? He's going to have to answer that question. And when he answers that question, those investors, okay, so what are you doing about it? So this is their problem. What are you actually doing to address this? Is he going to say no? Not doing anything? Oh, okay, you're not doing anything about it. All right, cool. Do you know what, Iqbali? Thanks for the meal, but you know what? We've got to go talk to Man City. We've got to go talk to Arsenal. they're the ones that seem to be doing something to win something. You guys are.
This is what I want to say. If you look at these two owners, and sometimes a lot of people don't know, Beardad Ekbali is the one that this protest should be targeted to. But those that don't know will add, Todd Bowley also, because he is part of the ownership. But Todd, we all know what Todd has done with the LA Dodgers. When Todd took over LA Dodgers, almost about 10 years now, this guy has blended his team with experienced and young players that he brought some from China and then Japan who were throwing the ball. Very young players and mix up. They're very experienced players. Those that were there are still there until some of them retired. Todd Bowley knows to do it. Beardad Ekbali hasn't done it before. And we all know he's the front runner. Every day he's more Stamford Bridge than Todd Bowley. Todd Bowley comes and goes. But Beardad Ekbali is the guy. If people are going to protest, they need to make placards on his names on the placards and say, we want Beardad Ekbali out. We want these guys out to the football club. It will be directed to him. Trust me, there's the power struggling or power going on at the football club between these two owners.
Yeah. So look, I agree with that. I agree with that. So Ekbali doesn't really have any experience when it comes to sports teams. Todd Bowley, on the other hand, does. Now, granted, his experience is in the United States. It's with different sports. But he does have that experience. Now,
but that's the kind of model, the kind of model that they're running here. It's the American model.
No, but this model that they're running here is not a tried and tested model in football at this level.
No.
Okay, so it has a lot of similarities with what some mid-table teams do, which is fair enough. The likes of Brighton, they do that. Sunderland, they do that. Fine, it works for them. Mid-table team, not a model that needs to be implemented for a title contender, a top team in the Premier League. Do you know what? I'm going to use this analogy. Roman Abramovich was using the Real Madrid model. Todd Bowley, Ekbali, they are using the Brighton model. If you look at what Real Madrid did and do, that's what Chelsea were doing under Roman. If you look at what we're doing under Ekbali and Bowley, we are doing a Brighton model. Now, two working models with two different sets of results.
Right.
I want the results of Real Madrid. I couldn't care less about the results of Brighton. With all due respect to Brighton, that's not my ceiling. My ceiling is different. Now, we know, I'm going to go back to Todd Bowley here. Now, we know that Todd Bowley and Ekbali have had a falling out. And I think this has happened just over a year ago now. It's been about a year or a little bit more where we haven't really seen Todd Bowley interacting at a level at Chelsea Football Club. We've seen him speak a couple of times, but in regards to being there or in and around Chelsea, it's been over a year. Now, what is the falling out about? Is it about the model? Is it about the strategy? Or is it about finances between them? I don't know. So we can speculate. We can make assumptions. But those speculations and assumptions may be right, may be wrong. I don't want to put the blame on Ekbali alone. I'm putting the blame on the ownership as a whole. Because if there was someone within this ownership that was displeased with what is going on, they have the power to make it different. They can come out and speak. They can say something. They can do something. They are an investor. They are a co-owner. them not doing anything, not taking any action, either they're happy with it, don't care about it, or somewhere in between. And for me, what's the difference between them and Iqbali, who is imposing or implementing this? There isn't one. There isn't one. So, whether or not Todd Bowley has a different mentality or mindset, either he does something about it. And I'll tell you this, if Todd Bowley comes out right now and he says, look, this model is not one that I endorse. This structure, this methodology is not one that I endorse. I am not the majority owner of the club, and therefore there isn't really much I can do about it, but I do not endorse this. I will guarantee you the fan base will back him, the fan base will support him, and the fan base will be calling for him. But he's not doing that. He's going along with it. He's happy with it. Cool. You're in the same boat as Iqbali. Otherwise, tell us different.
You're never going to expect Todd Bowley to come out and say that. We don't know what's really going on behind the scenes.
So
it's going to be very difficult.
So if we don't know different,
that is why he's trying to buy people out.
If he's not happy, make it known. Make it known. Make it known. What's the worst that can happen? What's the worst that can happen? We know there's a disagreement between them. What's the worst that can happen? We've seen it happen. We've seen it happen before. We've seen co-owners have arguments, have disagreements, try to buy each other out. Do something about it. If you're not happy, do something about it. You have the money, you have the power, you have the voice, you have the platform.
Yeah.
You do something about it. We, the fans, are the ones who are paying and not attending. The season ticket holders, we're paid, but we're not attending. We are the ones protesting. And believe me, these tickets are not cheap. These tickets are not cheap. So for a Chelsea fan, all right, to forfeit and to boycott could hurt him financially. And for him to do that, for the club that he loves, it is the same. Actually, it's even more valuable to us than it is to them. So we're taking this risk. We're making this sacrifice. So why is it too much for us to expect it from Todd Bowley or the others if they are not happy? That's just my thoughts. I don't know.
I've said it all. Just like I said, I just wish everyone a peaceful protest. I don't want anyone else to come and add his crap to it.
100%, 100%. Oh, 100%. Look, for those of us who will be at the protest, and I may be there, I haven't decided yet. I've got a couple of things planned, but there is a very good chance that I will be there, and there's a very good chance that I'll be there with Sadiq from Worldwide Chelsea. There is a very good chance that might be happening.
I had footage because I have my mind on the ground. The last protest that they did, those that have so much mouth coming up and talking about protest, they were hiding behind the scene. They were standing by the sidewalk, not even in front of the protest. They were hiding their faces. I had a video of it. I had a video of it. Steven was right there. I told him to take a shot of those on social media platforms or YouTubes and then make much noise about protest. They were hiding. I'm going to see it again. I want to see it again. Those names, some of the names that you mentioned here on this platform, he was not even there. He was hiding on the sidewalk. So I'll make sure I take videos of it. So guys, don't let people just push you if you're not willing to do it. Don't let people push you to go into the protest when you don't feel like doing it. Because those that led the protest, those that advertised those protests were hiding behind you guys. They were pushing you to go and protest, but they were not leading the protest. So I say, if you want to protest,
I want to say this.
Go and do it.
Yeah, I want to say this. I want to say this. If you go and protest, you're representing the club, and you want to be representing it in the best way possible. Be loud. Be loud. Be assertive. But at the same time, be humble and be respectful. Violence, riots, that isn't the way. We want our voices to be heard, and we want our voices to be heard and acknowledged. All right. We don't want to give them a opportunity to talk negatively about those who are protesting. Be there be there in your numbers. Be there in your numbers. Have your placards ready. Make your voices heard. Make your position known. But do it in a peaceful way. And do it in a way where you will be keeping it safe for the families. Because I tell you this, the last protest I went on, there was a lot of kids out there with their mums, with their dads. All right. They feel just as strongly as we feel, the older lot. And they want to be there. So make it safe for everyone to partake. Make it safe for everyone to partake and make it safe for yourself. All right? Be loud. Like I said, be loud, be assertive. And when I say loud, get as the biggest banners you can. Make the biggest banners you can.
Mo, before you wrap up for the day, I want you to talk a little bit about the eighth shooting case. Liam Rosenior joined the club. Let's talk about his tactical variation. Whether think is gonna work. Let's forget about all the negatives and everything. Let's assume he's there.
Yeah.
Let's talk a bit about him before we're ready to wrap up. We wrap up so we don't forget.
All right. So Liam Rosenior, do you know what? I saw a lot of people posting, what's the 5 greatest things, or what's the 5 positives that he brings? What is what is his approach? What is his system? What is his style? All of that. Okay. If Liam Rosenior comes to manage Chelsea Football Club, it doesn't matter what his tactics are, what his system is, what his style is. Because it wouldn't matter if Liam Rosenior walks through the door or if Carlo Ancelotti walks through the door. Conte walks through the door. And the reason being is because whoever's walking through that door is going to walk through that door with their hands tied behind their backs. Again, Mo is negative. Mo is always talking about the negatives. But that's how I see it, lads. If anyone... look, Maresca, he was flawed. He wasn't the best. But even Maresca had more self-respect than to manage a club with those restrictions. So, Conte coming in or Liam Rosenior coming in, I'll tell you this, it wouldn't make any difference. And if Liam Rosenior comes in, he's going to have his team picked for him. He's going to have the rotation already drawn up for him. He's going to have a schedule. Palmer plays this game. Estevao plays this game. Pedro Neto plays this game. You're going to use this formation, this tactic. This guy can't play because he's got a groin injury. This guy can't play because he's got this. And you don't have a say in it. Even if the guy feels ready to play, you don't have a say in it. Yeah, go ahead. Best of luck. So what's my job? What's my job?
When you're done, let me spark some positivities here.
I'm done. Speak.
Look, just like you know me, I'm always full of positivities.
I know. That's why I love you on my channel. All right. So we got good cop, bad cop. I'm the bad cop. Yeah, I'm the bad one. Go on, Neil. Let's get some positivities. Go.
Liam Rosenior is the manager, hopefully, if he comes in. I'm just trying to understand what he's going to do. He's very, very flexible. He's very, very flexible. He's adaptable, and he plays various, for me. This season alone, Liam Rosenior is known in the French league for playing exciting football. and we know and Enzo Maresca plays exciting football, but he plays various formation, 8 formations so far. Different formation against Montpellier, different formation against Angus, different formation against Marseille, also Monaco, Brest, PSG. Different. He plays 3-2-3-2 formation, 3-2-3-2 formation, 4-3-3 formation, 3-4-1-2 formation. So he is very adaptable. He allowed the players to express themselves. It means that this guy is not going to stick to 4-2-3-1 formation the whole entire season as we know him. We all say, Enzo Maresca, dude, this guy doesn't have a plan B or plan C. This guy has various of them, a lot of them. So we can see more tactical flexibility in his game, changing formations when he feel like things is not really going well. I got to play this formation. I got to play that formation. That is something positive that I like about him. And also, him coming in, we're not going to be far off from what Enzo Maresca used to do compared to him. We're not moving from a defensive attacking manager to a defensive manager. Both play attacking football, exciting football, brilliant football. So we're going to see, and then lucky for him also, he's worked with Santos before. We don't know if he's going to start Andre Santos over Enzo Fernandez.
Santos likes him. Santos really likes him. He really likes him.
He spoke well. He spoke good about him. He spoke well about him. About Liam Rosenior called him and asked him about his coming baby, or he called him. He said he's gonna he's expecting a baby, and he did say something about he wished him a good luck and everything, and he's like he likes him very very well, and that's a mark of a good manager. And also one thing about him is I watched a lot of his dressing room, not Strasbourg game. I'm not gonna lie. Since I've watched a few I've got only 2 full 90-minute Strasbourg game. The rest are highlights. But then what I used to see a lot on social media is the dressing room conversation, how he's trying to motivate the players to go out there in the second half and win the game. I liked it. Always when he's speaking, he also has a translator who speaks French and translate those things to him. But he's not going to have that much of a problem here at Chelsea because most of the players understands English. I'm very, very happy. If you look at Santos, his English is improving each and every day as he has an English teacher. And also, very soon, we're going to see Estavio also having fluent English. So he wouldn't have that much problem. But I like him. I know we're not going to see much from the dressing room. They're going to be hidden. But then I like the way he manages players. He puts his hands around his shoulders and does all that stuff. So I'm sure I know some people are saying, oh, he's going to manage the likes of Enzo Fernandez, who has won a World Cup before, Moses Caicedo, who have won Copa America, or he's played Copa America and all that kind of stuff. They're not going to respect him. I said, no. Reece James is not that kind of a person. Reece James, I've talked to Reece James before, and when Reece James talks to you, you can tell the humbleness, and then the respect within him. He's not like that, and he's not going to lead his boys to disrespect this manager without that, because they know that is the gaffer. If you disrespect him, he's not going to play you. He's not going to play you. You get what I'm saying? So he's going to recommend some respect from his players, and I believe that they will like him because he is a man manager. He managed players and make sure because he's been a player before. He used to play for Brighton back in his days. He used to play for Brighton, so he knows what it feels like.
He was even the assistant manager for the under 23s, I believe, or 21s. He was, the Brighton link has to be there, mate. The Brighton link has to be there. I just want to say this. Where have you been? ITM way, the ITM way. Where have you been, mate? I haven't seen you on my channel for years, man. I haven't seen you on my channel for years. Big up to you. And by the way, you are mistaken. If anyone was supporting and backing Maresca, it was me. I was the one that was bashing Maresca left, right, and center. Nee always had Maresca's back. So just to let you know. And on that note, guys, I want you to show some love to BCM Media, Blue Clouds Media. All right. This brother next to me right now, he has been with me on this journey for years. All right. Great content creator, very dedicated. I have not seen any content creator as dedicated as this man. I know he's blushing. I know, but no, seriously, no joke. I'm not joking here. Please go show his channel some love. All right. I think you're on the road to 20K now, Nee. 20K coming.
Yeah.
So
20K
let's
coming.
get Nee to 20K subscribers. All right. If you're watching the stream and you haven't subscribed to his channel, do me a favor. Go subscribe. Big up, big up, big up. We have. I know a lot of you are subscribers. I know a lot of you are, but not all of
Gabriel
you.
A. Yeah, not all of them.
Yeah, yeah. Like,
Is it
Gabriel, man.
fundamentally blue? Yeah, fundamentally blue.
Yeah,
right?
I've seen Fundamental Blue on your channel. I think I've seen him on your channel. Yeah, Gabriel, I gotta apologize. There wasn't that many X, Y, and Z's dropped today. I think it was just the one. Gabriel, big up to Gabriel. One of the big time supporters of the Blue Lounge, Gabriel. Big up to you. And I've seen you. I've seen
him a lot on my channel.
This is the link.
Courtney was repping the other day, Mo. Sorry.
This is the link. Courtney has posted the link. Click on this link and go and subscribe to Blue Clouds Media, BCM. Click on that link and show some love to his channel. If there's anyone that deserves your love, is this geezer. Big up to you, and thank you always for the support that you have shown my channel, the fan base. You always give in a rational perspective. I know sometimes we get angry up in here, but you're the one that is always calm and and trying to keep it peaceful. But yeah, big up to you, people. We are back live again tomorrow. So this was an emergency stream. We are back live again tomorrow at 10 p.m. for the Sunday night at the Blue Lounge show. I'll be there. Nee, will you be there?
I'll be there.
Nee will be there. Me and Nee will be there. We'll see who else is going to join us. I know people have been running scared recently. I mean, I'm not Sadiq. Sadiq, God bless him. I wish him good health. Sadiq has been ill, worldwide Chelsea. I know. I've seen his videos. The man is coughing blood. All right. But big up to Sadiq, by the way. He is really, really unwell. And yet he is grinding and he is pumping out that content for you lot. So yeah, that's another channel I want you guys to be supporting. But yeah, tomorrow we will be back at 10 p.m. UK time. And I have a sneaky feeling, by tomorrow night we will know if Liam Rosenior is going to be the manager. Now, there is a chance that he might not be the manager. There is a chance. Very slim one. But we'll see what happens. So when it does happen, we will discuss it tomorrow. And by the way, Need, do you know something? I forgot to tell you. There's something I forgot to tell you. Yeah, there's a football match on tomorrow. Chelsea Man City. This is how crazy our situation is. We did not even mention Chelsea Man City. We didn't even mention it. We didn't even mention it.
Game. The problems are too much, more than Chelsea Man City. I don't think Mo, let me tell you this. I'll just tell you how I feel about Chelsea Man City game. It's not a game that I'm bothered about. It's not a game that I'm worried about. I have the self-belief that Chelsea will go on and win that game. I have that self-belief that the players, some of the players will feel more relieved that Enzo is gone, because everyone will be fighting for his position because a new gaffer is coming, the caretaker coach. You want to impress the caretaker coach. It will be a massive game tomorrow. Haaland is not firing. They have so much gaps in their defense. And I feel like our boys.
Arsenal are smashing it right now. So Man City, they need this win. Otherwise, Arsenal are going to increase that gap. Boy, do you know what? I hate to say this. But the only team that can stop Arsenal from winning the title is Arsenal. Literally.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
They are the only team that can sabotage their title right now. I know it's we just hit January. It's still early days, but the way they are working, the way they are playing, and the way that Arteta has been backed and been given the space and room to do what he wants to do, this is the result. And
I'll tell you what.
Go on.
I watched Arsenal against Bournemouth today. They were not excited. They were good in the first half. Arteta made some stupid changes in the second half. Excuse my words. He brought in Saka, Trossard, and I think Gabriel Jesus, and their performance went downhill. Bournemouth got another one. Bournemouth were just defensively had problems, but then they are 2 goals back. It means that they're conceding goals. They're conceding goals. They were not conceding goals in the earlier stages. Now they're conceding many goals. So it means that there's something there. If you're playing against them, many teams are playing against them, but it never go the team's way. Wolves were great. They were very good against Arsenal, and they lost the game. Bournemouth were also good against Arsenal. And
consistency. Yeah. That's what they've got. They've got that, and that is why they are in the position they're in, because of the consistency that they have managed. Even games where they play shit, they still get a result. They get a result.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Now that you can't get that. Do you know what they say? They say to me, "Well, Chelsea are just as experienced as Arsenal. The players that there is a 3-year difference. The average age of Chelsea football players, I think, is just over 22 years. Arsenal is just under 26 years. The average age, I think, it's 25.7 or something. That is experience, maturity, and stability. Stability breeds consistency. We don't have stability.
They know how to manage games. They know how to manage it.
When you are selling a dozen players, and when you are buying half a dozen players every transfer window, where is the consistency in your squad? We don't have that consistency, and yet, and yet, we want to win. Actually, we don't want to win. Let's not fool ourselves and say Chelsea wants to win. We want to win. The fan base wants to win. The players might want to win, but the club, the ownership, the directors, the model, the direction is not to win. It's not to win. So we can be talking about titles and stuff, but when you are following and you are supporting a club that doesn't have that ambition, that's a problem, mate. That's a problem. But look, we will discuss this further tomorrow. I'm sure there's going to be a ton of news. Actually, before we go, there is some breaking news. I just want to see if it is relevant to us. Quick look. Yes and no, but I don't know if we should talk about it. We'll leave it. It's nothing too important. We will talk more tomorrow. People, thank you for your time on the stream today. Really enjoyed the interaction from you guys, the comments. I think we're a little bit short on likes, but if you're still watching and you haven't hit the like button, what's the worst that can happen? Just hit that like button. I'd really appreciate it. We will be back live again tomorrow, 10 p.m. UK time on the channel. There might be some content coming out in the meantime. Nee, what's your schedule like tomorrow? Are you doing any streams, videos?
Yeah, I'll be live. I'll be live for an hour and a half before kickoff. So once the provisional lineup dropped, we'll look into that, and then before kickoff, then I'll be live for that. I don't know if Steven wants to do a watch along because it's a away game. Usually he doesn't go for away games, so I don't know. But if he's not doing it and you want to do it, you can just I might do. The last watch along we did was really fun. So before the match, guaranteed content on Blue Clouds Media. During the match, maybe I am doing a watch along. I haven't decided yet because watch along Sunday night live at the Blue Lounge, two streams. I don't know. I'll see. But 100% there will be content on Blue Clouds Media before the game, and there will be content on this channel at 10 p.m. tomorrow night. Looking forward to seeing you guys then. Big up to you. Big up to everyone. Up to Chelsea. Always. Before you end it, I don't usually do this. I want to see if you can promote this video last video that I did. regarding Rosenior. So I put a link in there if you want to copy and then post it in the comment in the private chat.
Okay. Okay. Hold on.
I send you the.
Yep.
Not the first one. Not the first one.
What? Does it finish? There's only one.
No, it's two. If you look at the private chat, there's first one, that's me, and the second one is just a link. Yeah, it's gone. It's there. Let me do it again. You see the link?
Yeah. I've got that link. Yeah, I've got that link. Okay. All right, let me stick it into the chat.
And then let them go check it out. Video is doing very good.
Let me see if it's published. Yeah, guys, go show some love to this content from Blue Clouds Media. If you haven't seen his content before, this is a good opportunity. Go watch this video. If you like it, subscribe to this channel. If you don't like it, dislike. Tell him you don't dislike it in the comments. Tell him why you dislike it and bounce. Well, yeah, it ain't gonna hurt you. It ain't gonna harm you. But yeah, tomorrow, before the game, Blue Clouds Media. After the game, Blue Lounge. Maybe something in between. We will find out. But yeah, keep the blue flag flying high. Stay safe. Take care of yourselves and peace.